In addition to quality shoes, Cowboy Christmas on KPRC this evening is brought to you by Sludge Sodie. Sludge Sodie is 50% prune juice and 50% of the most delicious chemicals allowed under federal law. Sludge Sodie, it keeps you going.
When you drink sludge, you say a lot of things that other folks don't say. When you drink sludge, you do. When you drink sludge, you take the one that doctors recommend the most today. There is no other way to make it go away. When you drink Sludge Sodie, you've done it all. Do a little switcheroo here. I'm supposed to sing a song. I was reading my $20 bill while I was waiting for Santa to get off the stage, and it says Grandpa, so I know that song. I'm supposed to sing a song about my family.
Sure, wasn't just a description?
No. I have a kind of an unusual family. I don't know if they mentioned that I'm from Buffalo. Did they mention that? I'm from Buffalo, and everybody else up here has normal parents. No, actually, my parents, they were high school sweethearts.
Really?
Yeah, my mom was a freshman and my dad was a janitor. And when I was growing up, we lived so far out in the country that we didn't get the Grand Ole Opry till Monday morning. Now, we thought asphalt was a hip disorder. And then, some of you will get that later. And then, when they passed out zip codes in the mid-'60s, they gave us the zip code EIEIO. But, and we were really poor when I was a kid, too. We were so poor that sometimes we didn't hardly have enough to eat, and so my mom would have to feed us beans for breakfast, and then we'd have water for lunch, and then we'd swell up for supper. And, well, sometimes we didn't have any food at all, and so my mom would sit us down at the table and just read the recipe to us. And my little brother was hard of hearing, and sometimes he didn't get enough to eat. But anyways, later on I grew up and, of course, had a family of my own. I got a wife and 3 kids, one of each, and I'm not even sure what that means. But anyway, my wife and I, we met at on one of those internet dating sites.
Wait, you met your wife in an internet dating site?
An internet dating site, yes I did. After 39 years of marriage, that was awkward. And I'm really worried about my wife tonight. I'm really worried about her because when she turned 40, she decided she needed to start walking 5 miles a day. And it's been several years now, and I have no idea where she is. That's not true. I know where she is. She's in prison. Okay, enough. I'm going to sing a song, so try to keep up. Here we go. Many, many years ago when I was 23, I was married to a widow who was pretty as could be. The widow had a grown-up daughter who had hair of red. My father fell in love with her and soon they two were wed. That made my dad my son-in-law and changed my very life. My daughter was my mother cause she was my father's wife. To complicate the matter even though it brought me joy, I became the father of a bouncing baby boy. That little baby then became the brother-in-law to Dad. So he became my uncle even though it made me sad. Cause if he was my uncle, then that also made him brother to the widow's grown-up daughter, who of course is my stepmother. I'm my own grandpa. I'm my own grandpa. It seems funny, I know, but it really is so. I'm my own grandpa. Every time I think of it,